So now let's talk about the buttons on the Serato DJ and turntable. All of these buttons are universally the same. They just may be in different spots. Um, when you look at the sides, there's one side, then there's the mixer, then there's the other side. So let's first look at the left side. And all of these buttons down here at the bottom are basically cues, and I can set them when I hear the song. So once I hear the song, if I want to have the song start at the very beginning, I will set it with this cue. Basically, all I have to do is just press it at the beginning of the song, and I'm going to show you that in a second. The rest of them are different parts of the song that I want to actually start when I push the button. Here's a play button right here. It's the only one that's blinking. And of course, this is the actual right here. A lot of people can scratch from here. The great thing about these turntables and these Pioneers is that they have buttons that scratch for you. So if you don't want to scratch, you can press the button and it'll do it right here for you. And it have different types of scratches as well. So I think that's very cool. Scratch and use those scratching skills. I can just press a button and it'll play by itself. Um, this is the volume. Each side has a volume. This is the left side. This is the right side. So now we are in the middle. We are the mixer. Left side, right side. If you want to hear both sides, you will move this in the middle. But right now we want everything to be on our left side, turned all the way up with our volume. Everything else is controls that you will have on the mixer. So these three are the equalizer, the high, mid, and the low. This is on this controller is a high pass and low pass filter. What it is basically taking out the high sounds if you turn it one way and taking out the low sounds if you take it another way. It's basically off of your preference, what you want to hear. And the one at the top is your volume. I can control my DJ Serato app from this button. And I'm going to show you that in a second. And this right here is the same thing as this right here. You have your three equalizers, your mid, your high mid, your lows, your pass filters, and your volume for your right side. Just like your left side, the right side is the same thing. These are my cue buttons. On this song, I only have one cue. This is the play button. This is the turntable. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is kind of like fancy bells and whistles. So let's say, for example, if I want to speed up the tempo of the song, the tempo is right here. Same thing on this side. If I wanted to add an effect to a song, let's say echoing or reverb, or if I want to stop a song a certain way, I can program it to these buttons right here. So every time I push the button, you will hear that effect. Same thing right here. And this knob just controls the effect. So it looks like it's a lot going on, but it's really a few buttons that you really need to know and understand. Play button. Then you have your cues, your volume, and which side you're on. Everything else will be explained once I share my screen. So give me a second. All right, this is Serato DJ. Most DJing programs will look the same. It just may be a different color. It may be the tracks, the music may be in a different place. Right now, my music is on the left and the right side. Okay. So right now, what you're seeing is I looked up my music right here on the left side, and we're going to do a Michael Jackson mix in about 5 minutes. So with this Michael Jackson mix, these are all of the Michael Jackson songs that I have in my library. Everything is based off of the music that you have on your computer. So on my external drive, these are all of the albums. I can categorize this and organize this whatever way I want to. Right now, I have it organized by beats per minute. That is the actual tempo of the song. The slowest one is at the top. Fastest one is towards the bottom. The rest of these songs is Serato couldn't find the beats per minute. So it doesn't necessarily means that it doesn't have one. They just can't find the tempo. But everything else is in tempo. If you want to organize it by album, here it is. So let's say if I wanted to hear just a Bad album, I have Bad right here at the top. Let's say if I wanted to just go to the Thriller album, there they are. So I'm going to go back to beats per minute because that's how I like to DJ my music, by the tempo. And all of this fancy stuff up here at the top is the actual music. So when I load a song, and let's take, remember the time. I'm going to put this song on the left-hand side. So now everything that I pressed on the DJ controller is right here in front of me. All the cues that I pressed are right in front of me. I think I had 6 of them highlighted. So this is all 6 of them. This is the first one, second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and I have 8 in total. So if I want to start at the very beginning of the song, all I have to do is press the first cue on my DJ controller, and I will start the song. Once I start that, then you will hear the song from the left side of my DJ controller, but it'll come out both sides of the speaker. Now, here's the tricky thing about DJing, is that once you play one song, you have to be ready for your next song. And what I like to call when I'm having this session with my clients is basically keeping the party going. You have to keep the party going, and you don't want any silence in between each song, because what kind of party is that? So with that being said, as soon as you play that first song, you have to already think about what is next. What's going to keep the party going. And this is why I like to keep my songs in order by beats per minute. What I do after that is that I will either select the next song, or I'll pick a song that kind of fits the same beat pattern as the original song. And you kind of have to know the music that you have in your library. If you don't, then you will use your headphones to listen to it and have everything match up. So to give you an example, perfect example. Right now I have on the left side, remember the time. I'm going to plug in on the right side, Bad. Go over there? I think it did. Yes, it did. Okay, now, Bad it came up, and I don't have any cues set. So now I can set that before I even play it. And now I'm moving my turntable to the first wavelength that I see. And I'm going to press the cue button. Now the first part of that song is set. If I want to listen to it, turn my headphones on, and I can go to the right side of my turntable, and I can press it like that. Okay, I'm actually going to use another song. All right. So we're going to do a demonstration of how to switch from one side to the next. We're going to start with the left side. The left side is Rock With You. I already have it cued. Okay, so now that the party is moving, now we want to switch it to the left side, which is Bad. And the best way to do it, the way that I do it, is I make sure that I count the beats of the song. And on beat one, usually, I can switch to the next song and I can continue the flow of the music. So if I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on 1, I'm going to move this slider over and I'm going to press the first cue. So that way the song will start. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here we go. Now. So that was just a little demonstration. Let me try it again. Okay, now we're gonna switch back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here we go. Now, that's a little bit better. So I had to set my cue to the actual beat of the song instead of the introduction of the song. So this is another good lesson to also know where the beat of the song actually starts. So that way you won't have to hear introductions first. We like to hear the beat. All right. So now, how do we use this in a music therapy session? I think that is the gist of why we're here. There are a lot of ways, and without getting too specific and to get into disabilities and things like that, let's talk about the strengths. So if your client has the physical capabilities to push buttons, then they are able to do this. If your client has the cognitive abilities to match numbers together, basically beats per minute, then they have the ability to do this on their own. If your clients are not aware of certain styles of music, totally fine. This is actually the perfect thing for them. I use this for a lot of different reasons. One, to introduce genres of music to my clients. Two, I like to throw in academic concepts when it comes to DJing and music. So basically, we're going to analyze the song. We're going to analyze the artist. We're going to analyze different songs from that artist to compare it. Another reason that I would use it is to basically give the clients a way to express themselves. So this is another form of expression when I give them a playlist or let them create their own playlist, and they will basically keep the party going, basically DJ a session. Then you have those small things like doing things in consecutive order. So sequencing, making sure that you know the first thing you should do is set a song on the left side, cue it. Set a song on the right side, cue it. All those things are an order of steps. But more specifically, what I specifically do is that I will give the kids or my clients about 10 songs. And these 10 songs will range in BPMs from about 70 to about 140. And the first task, we have to put these songs in order. Once that task is complete, and that can either be done in a session or it might take a series of sessions. The second thing is that now we're going to plug these 10 songs into Serato DJ. And we're going to cue the first beat of every song. So now we're talking about wavelength, because when you actually look at the songs, when you plug them into Serato, you will see the wavelength of when the song starts. After we set that, now we have to start with the lowest BPM song and travel all the way to the highest, to the fastest one. Basically, have a party start slow and speed it up. Once that is done, goal achieved. That is one of the fun things that I do with DJing and using Serato, things to that nature. Now, if I can't bring this to a facility that I'm working in, that's when I'll use the iPad. Or hopefully I can order through the facility and order a DJ controller, headphones, microphone, and a speaker. So that way belongs to the facility. All you have to do is just load your own music, or if you have a iTunes account or Amazon account, that'll be awesome too. Then you can have your own music to pull from. Um, but those are just a few examples of how I use DJing in a session.